Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United fans on set. Nicolette White joins us every Monday, and Prince is a sports analyst. So is Delvin Owino, who joins us from the newsroom to bring us up to speed with what happened in the local games, and also as we proceed to the international front. Gentlemen and a lady, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your time. Delvin, take us through the happenings over the weekend in the local league before we proceed to Europe.
Let's start off with the local league. Good morning, first of all, Nicolette.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
He's a Chelsea fan, so let me just, anyway. Now, AFC Leopards beat Thika United 2-0. They moved level on points with Bandari on 48 apiece. And then Sofapaka were held to a 2-2 draw by Nzoia Sugar. On Sunday, the big match, Tusker FC managed a 1-0 victory over Zoo FC. And as you notice, Gor Mahia were not in action. They were undergoing the CAF Confederation against Rayon Sports, and unfortunately, they lost. But they still top their group with 8 points, tie with USM Alger. This final game against USM Alger, a draw would take them through, but a defeat coupled with the Rayon Sport victory, Gor will be out. So they have to either get a draw or win. But
we still need somebody to represent us at the CAF Confederation Cup African Champions League. Okay, we proceed now to... But Gor Mahia still have a game in hand, and about 15 points ahead of second-placed Bandari.
And the interesting thing is that they need, from the next 2 games, they need 6 points.
Yeah, actually, they need 6 points. Actually, not 6, 5, but
5,
definitely that's 2 games. So they need, but they have hard games coming. So, you know,
but it'll be interesting. It will be interesting for them to win the league against AFC Leopards, because their next 2 games is Sofapaka and AFC. So if they beat Sofapaka this Wednesday, they need 3 points against AFC, and they'll be crowned title champions.
Which will be a good way to end the league, perhaps, against your arch rivals.
And to be a record 17th title for them.
But there still needs to be improvements at the continental front to try and also up the game with regards to competition that is stiff across the continent.
But actually, what I can say is Gor is good, and despite the fact that they lost yesterday, we can't say that they are out. No, they have a very big chance.
Yeah, they need a point.
Only they need full points. I mean 3 points, all the 3 points. But again, as you can see, USM Alger was beaten yesterday by Young, if I'm right. Yes. So it will be a tough game because I know they won't agree, or they won't be able to to be defeated in 2 games consecutively. But yes, Gor Mahia can do that. So we will be praying for them.
Our hopes are high.
Hopes are high. Guinea was Sekau.
We only need 3 points.
Yeah, okay, Nicolette, let's proceed. This is where your interest lies, of course. And we kickstart. Okay, let's talk about Manchester City. 6-1 demolition of Huddersfield at the City of Manchester Stadium in the eastern part of the City of Manchester in the UK. All right, gentlemen, what do you make of the Nicolette, to start with you, the champions? Are they on a rampage to try and perhaps retain the league with the kind of pace they're trying to set and the in-depth squad they do possess? Pep Guardiola does say that this is just a half of what's to come from them because his players are tired.
Yeah, I think they are trying to retain the league, but then again, we have seen it from the beginning that the chances of that, like they always have Liverpool there behind them to stress them. Let's wait and see. But they played really, really well, because they didn't underestimate that this is a small team. They went all in.
As for me, I've already seen my top scorer.
Aguero.
Yeah, Aguero. Man, hat-trick. That is a game when if you're a very big and good striker, you deserve a hat-trick. That is where now you need to show people that, yes, I'm the real striker. Yeah, because as you can see, they got the chance, not like Arsenal. Yeah, they got the chance and they used it. Yeah. And
it all makes sense. Yes, there is a point in that to be a sports fan.
Yeah.
And to speak from a sportsman's perspective is that there needs to be the clinical aspect of your strikers. When you get the chance, you need to finish up and capitalize, maximize on the opportunities that come. And they never underestimated Huddersfield.
They didn't. They didn't at all. They didn't at all. That's the thing with other teams like Manchester United. We tend to underestimate teams.
Yes, no, like Aubameyang. Yes, they don't use their chances. This is what we call kushtua watu. Yes, let us see you do your things. These are the champions. This is like the pace Chelsea started with last season. But yes, we were the champions last season. Yes, but we started with the same pace.
Before May, you were the champions. And that's a courtesy 1 year that you are given by the sport, the law that governs the sport.
Yeah.
Being called the champions, but you underperformed towards the end of the season. And you finished in which sport last season?
Please, let's go on.
From where we were, 6th position, you could see them right above us.
Okay. Okay, let's now proceed to what happened in West London as Chelsea and Arsenal took to Stamford Bridge for the London derby of the North Londoners and the West Londoners.
Well, I can't say that we are there to you know, as the big challengers of Manchester. But what I can say is, first of all, before the game started, I was worried by the formation. Sarri did, you know, put Rudiger and Luiz together in the midfield. You know, in such a game, Luiz always starts with Cahill, but this time round, man, having new faces like Jorginho there in the mid, I was so worried. But during the first half, yes, during the last 15 minutes, Arsenal turned our table. 2 goals, and they leveled. But what I can say is, yes, the team is good. The team is good. I can't complain. But again, we need to do something in the defense. If we have enough players to play there, but if we don't do correct calculation, now we might be going nowhere.
Okay, Delvin, on the other side is Arsenal now on the same video, and clearly there's need to up the game by the new manager at the helm in the dugout for Arsenal, that's Unai Emery. And to some, he needs time, and that he's trying to gauge the depth of his squad to try to come up 11 constant players who will be featuring in all his games in the coming cycle of fixtures in the Premier League. But what do you make of his first 2 opening matches? Did he rise to the occasion in the London derby? Yes, it was the first one, defeated at Stamford Bridge, but does he have the chances to try and, you know, pick up the pieces to try and make the team more competitive in trying to put their credentials on the table and present them to the likes of City, Chelsea and Manchester United?
Of course he does. And we can't judge him based off these 2 games, especially the City game. City, we know, are miles away from the other teams. This Chelsea game, what the problem was our defense in that first opening 20-25 minutes. Yeah, it was too open. The defense was too open, and it reminded me of those Wenger days where we just couldn't defend. But then he came good, the team came good in the first half. Apparently, Arsenal, if we took our chances, that first half would have ended 5-2. And that would be game over. But unfortunately, Aubameyang, I don't know, he became Morata that night.
Oh, come on. And
Morata became Aubameyang.
Aubameyang in Dortmund.
Yes, and Aubameyang became Morata. I don't know what was happening, because on another day, Morata would have easily scored those 2 chances.
Okay.